How does a pilot take a sandwich? Plain.
Never yell into a colander. It will strain your voice.
Yesterday I ate a clock. It was very time consuming.
Always make sure to knock before you open the fridge, just in case there's a salad dressing.
What happens when you touch Dwayne Johnson's butt? You hit rock bottom.
I'm Leif Arneson, and this is my brother Anders. We're on a mission to help 1 million vegans get into the best shape of their lives. Steaks and grass are gross, so even though we can't cook, we made a cooking show to prove how simple and healthy vegan food can be. Welcome to the Mediocre Vegan Kitchen.
Welcome.
Okay.
All right. So in today's episode, we're going to be making a quinoa salad. So you see tons of yummy, delicious plant foods that we're going to be eating after we make the salad. So we have some quinoa. We also have some sweet potatoes. We've already gone ahead and cooked these, but you can cook these while you are chopping up the rest of the ingredients and getting your salad ready to go. So this is something that can happen really quickly. You can get this whole thing prepared in 20 minutes. And this is also a really great meal to have for meal prepping because you can make a lot of food in at one time. And then you have that all prepared for the entire week, which can make it really easy to stick to your nutrition plan and not feel like you're hungry and need to grab some food that's not really aligned with your health and fitness goals. I just want to make a quick comment about the sweet potatoes. So you just cut them up into little wedges like you see here, and you're going to cut those into chunks and then air fry them at 400 for 15 minutes. And then we also have the quinoa. We like using a Instapot, or you can use a rice cooker. Those are two really great ways of cooking quinoa. And you can just follow the instructions on the equipment that you have. But generally, you can also throw onto a cooking pot, and it will take 15-20 minutes to cook. And we also have the black beans. To save time, the best way of getting these black beans ready, at least in my opinion, this is what I like to do, is just get them right out of a can. So be sure that you do rinse them, get some of those bubbles out.
I think a lot of people don't rinse them, and it's like, it totally takes away from the flavor if you keep the juice in there.
Yeah, it's also, it makes you more gassy if you don't take out those bubbles. So I like using this. You can start with just raw beans, but it's a lot easier just from a can. And we also have canned corn as well, and you can use that. So we're gonna put that stuff aside, and now we're gonna get to chopping.
So we're going to dice the bell peppers, we're going to dice the onion, and then Leif will be chopping up the kale and then quartering the cherry tomatoes.
Precisely. So let's get to it.
Is it a race?
A race?
A race with... How do you cut a pepper? There's one way that I watched a Michelin star chef cut it, and I'm curious as to how you cut it.
So you're gonna demonstrate the proper Michelin
star
way?
I don't know if it's the right way or not, but I'm just curious about how you do it.
I'll cut it like that, and cut it, and then I'll cut the insides out. But you need a smaller knife.
So the issue with this is when you cut it, you get the seeds everywhere. So the way to remove the seeds. Is that your stomach?
Yes. I'm hungry for quinoa salad.
So you want to cut off the top so you get over that, and then you can utilize all that and chop that up. But then you cut down on one side, all right? And then you're going to cut the bottom. And then you're going to work your way around the pepper And so when you take it off,
Should probably be using a smaller knife.
when you
for
take
that.
it off, you don't lose any of the seeds and you don't have cleanup because then you could just start chopping it. Beauty. And then you have all the extra stuff there.
That did look pretty efficient though. All right, well, I will be practicing my bell pepper cutting process, but that's what we got right now. All right, so as we're making this, we want to talk a little bit about meal prepping, because meal prepping is a great way to stay consistent with your nutrition plan. So what you can go through and do is just make larger amounts of quinoa and black beans and all of these things, and you can put those in the refrigerator, and then when you're ready to actually make a meal, you already have your diced peppers, you have your diced onion, you have all of your ingredients ready to go. You can just throw it together really easily, and then you've got a salad. Or you could even combine them all in a large amount and then break those up into smaller amounts for meals over the course of the coming few days. So that's a great way to make it really easy to stay consistent with your nutrition, because every single meal that you're going to eat, you don't need to prepare it right then and there, and you can always be making the right food choices because you have the stuff ready to go that you want to be consuming. So this is a really easy meal to meal prep, and there are lots of different ways that you can be incorporating meal prep into your nutrition program. I really like meal prepping tofu, so I have a very specific way for to bake tofu, and I just will bake very large batches that will last me for 4 or 5 days, and that's something that works really well for me. But I also try to stick with really simple recipes that don't really require meal prep in a lot of instances. For example, like for my oatmeal, it's something that I can throw together in the morning in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly your chopping method for these peppers is much more efficient. I guess I've been talking for a lot of this, but
An onion in my eye.
for kale, I love kale, but I prefer it to be very finely shredded.
I like to massage my kale. You chop it, put it into a bowl, put a little bit of lemon over it, and then you massage it and it breaks it down so it's you don't have to chew as much and it's softer. So you could start mixing those. Wow, I was going to just be quiet and continue to cut my tomatoes.
Mixing, huh?
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
We got the wheel of misfortune that's going to give Honors a very bad day.
What? Tape us. Snag.
All right, you got to explain what it is.
We have to tie up our two arms together, and we can only use one hand for the rest of the episode, which shall be interesting. Should we lock them together, or should they be like this? We should lock them together.
Forced bonding time.
What in the world? Oh my goodness, bro.
Ow. All right. So now that we are all successfully tied up, unfortunately, we are going to be jumping into making the dressing. So that is the next step. All right, so first let's start with the liquid base. So let's put in the water first.
Vata?
All right, now the apple cider vinegar. Let's put that in next. Let's get that maple syrup in here. Ooh. All right, let's put in the cashews.
Go for it.
All right, so we got the cashews in there. You don't need to put the water in there, but they are soaked cashews, so be sure that you are soaking them properly.
What next?
So next is the tahini. that's gonna be challenging. We're gonna have to work together for this. All right. All right, we got the garlic. Yeah, got garlic. Let's go in. Boom. We're going to let's add in the lime.
Do you have enough strength for that? Or should we both have one? Get more.
Why don't you cut it in half?
Okay.
No.
Well, you don't have to ask me to ask.
All right, I've never done this to a lime before. This is very strange.
Love the smell of lime.
Yeah, it's great. All right, next we've got the cumin. I love cumin. Very delicious spice.
Then we have chili powder.
Awesome. All right, so the next thing to go in is the avocado. So this will be interesting.
Chop that up. I could totally do this. Watch this. Look at that.
That was interesting.
Pro.
Ew, that's weird. All right, so now gonna get over here, blend that up.
Guess we have to push it down.
It's already blended pretty quickly, but yeah, we should push it down.
Those are really quick, easy ingredients to blend. Oh, that smells nice.
That does
You
smell
can
nice.
smell the nuttiness of the cashews in there, and then creaminess of the avocado.
You can smell the creaminess of the avocado.
Yeah.
Anders Arneson quote. So we're gonna put that off to the side, and then we're gonna start mixing the actual salad with all the ingredients that we had at the beginning. So we've got the sweet potatoes. We're going to add the quinoa. So there we go. All right, start mixing it up.
Yeah, go for it.
And the black beans, as well as
Leif wanted to use
the
his
corn.
hands, so we'll let his inner child come out
this works
and
well.
play.
There we go.
Reminiscent on playing with some Play-Doh. Just make sure that you do it in the kitchen so your guests don't see you doing this. Look at the colors of that.
Yeah, generally speaking, the more colors that you have in your meals, the more micronutrients you have in your meals. So, yeah, more color is better. So, there we go. We got our mixed salad. We got our salad dressing. Now it's time to put it together. We got some salt and pepper that we're going to be using to taste. And it's time to plate this up.
At least that's way better than blindfolded.
Yeah. All right, so we've got our salad mixed. We've got some clean work area. And now we're going to be plating this up. This is going to take quite a long time.
All right, that's your serving size. That looks like something you would get at like a 3 Michelin-star restaurant.
Yeah, it does. Like you pay $100 for this.
All right, let's get that dressing.
All right, this is going to be a 2-person job.
Let's just scoop it. Whoa.
Here we go.
I'm trying to scoop it up a little bit. I don't think we need all of it. So definite tip for this dressing here, since there's avocado, it will change color, and so if you mix all this together and then try to store it, it would go bad pretty quickly. So I would keep them separately and then just mix them together when you want to have a meal.
That's a meal prep tip that you should be using across the board, making sure that you're keeping ingredients separate if there's going to be liquid and stuff that makes certain foods go bad or not last as long as you intend for them to last. All right.
I tried.
Here.
I love pepper on my salad. So the salt and pepper is to taste. Did you want any?
Yes, I'll take some.
Okay. There we go. All right. That's
You're so weak. You can't use this salt
angle.
shaker. Let's taste this. I like instantly feel healthier.
Made me think of a Chipotle bowl. That is quite good. I could totally eat all of it. But let's score it.
I'll hold yours up.
Do it. Before Leif even writes it, I feel like he's going to do like a 6-6, something like that.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh wow, I'm pretty close.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
good
pretty
at
close.
guessing.
Like as it is, it's delicious. But I would probably put like marinated tofu or air fried tofu on top, and it would make it perfect.
The dressing is really great. So I'd highly recommend that.
Guess that's a wrap, huh?
That's a wrap. Hope that you enjoyed watching this. Be sure that as you're going through your health and fitness journey, you're finding foods that you really enjoy eating, and you're finding ways of incorporating those into your schedule so you can stay consistent with your nutrition plan. So for you, that's meal prepping. Awesome. Go ahead and do that, or just choose really simple recipes that you can make and just make sure that you have the ingredients on hand to be able to make those when you're hungry. All right, well, you can kick it off then. Go ahead.
Keep your avocado mashed, your salad fresh.
And don't settle for being mediocre.
Rip it off.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good. Wow, it feels so weird to have your hand again.
It's just because you're actually getting blood to it again.
I've got 2 hands. It's a miracle.